So here we are, it's day 62 and we're shooting in the shoreline of Skull Island, which is our wet set in the back lot here. And this is another one of our requests from the viewers, if you like, and this one was requested by a lot of people. A surprising number of people actually wanted to know about the cameras, the type of cameras that we're using and how that they work.
This is a 35mm motion picture camera, and today it's got a 32mm lens on and a filter which is an 81EF, which is going to make the daylight slightly cool because this is a pre-dawn sequence. And we're filming right behind you.
So for Heinz and for Brian and Keith and Mark and Philip and Peter and many other people, this video diary is going to focus on our cameras.
Now what happens is the light comes through the lens, through here, and takes off. And what happens is it hits that mirror, and that mirror spins around like that 24 times a second. And when it hits the mirror, the light travels up here into the eyepiece so the operator can see. And then when it only spins around half, it exposes the film, and that's where we get our pictures. This is the first shot of the day.
164 Alpha take 1, A marker, guide track.
Mark.
B marker.
Set!
Camera reload.
This is loading the camera, reading the camera. If you look in here, you can see a little gap in there, that's the camera gate, and that's where the film gets exposed. And then what happens is these pins come out, they're called the registration pins. They hold the film steady and the film's been exposed, and then pull down the claws, come down again, and that happens 24 times a second.
This is an LCS, which stands for Lens Control System, which is essentially just a remote focus device which enables me to step away from the camera and pull focus remotely without actually needing to be anywhere near the camera.
You can imagine you've got like a manual camera at home and you're taking a photo, you've got to focus it up, but in this situation with a motion picture camera, actors may be moving or the camera might be on a dolly and it'll be tracking in and moving, so the focus needs to be adjusted constantly during the shot, and that's what the focus puller does. The other things focus puller does is they're responsible for the camera, like this little 235.
This is the Aerocam Lite, it's one of our cameras that we're using. It's a lightweight camera, great for handheld. Now I've got your exposed film counter. You see a raw stock, so that's the amount of footage remaining. You can reset that by the reset button. Over here we have city tape, which isn't actually part of the camera, it's just an accessory. That's like a digital tape measure. Ultrasound now comes out to the front of these two horns. Down here we have the frames per second. That's all changeable there, 1 to 40 frames. And it's your on-off button.
We have 3 cameras on this setup. We have a 65mm camera, which Simon Harding is operating, which is filming a reverse of Naomi to Adrian. We have Reese on a 40mm, filming a slightly wider shot of the same activity. And I am on a 20mm lens, which is a wide-angle lens.
These are different focal lengths for different shots that you may want to compose depending on the drama of the situation. The higher the number, the longer the lens. For instance, if you shot from the same spot, the same subject with a 50, and then changed to 100, you'd have a much tighter shot.
Why don't we go to 28 and just open it up? It might be too wide, but 28 will be good. Yeah, 28 will be good. Yeah. 28, try that. Go to 28, yeah. There's no reason going tighter.
40 to 28, going wider. This is the T-stop, the aperture. T-stop's measured once the light's travelled through the lens, whereas in an f-stop and a stills camera, the light's measured before it comes through the lens. And this is the zoom. Obviously it moves around there.
Maybe this.
Tight end there, 290, and out to 24. And this is your focus scale here. And that's it.
Magazine refers to the film holder.
These are 1,000-foot mags. The other ones are a bit smaller, and they're 400-foot mags. The reason we have 400 and 1,000 is because the
Caps on.
The 1,000-foot mags are very heavy, so 1,000-foot is production mode, 400 footers for handheld.
One magazine, 400 feet of exposed. This one here we have 350 of exposed meat.
400 feet would have 4 minutes of shooting on it. That's at 24 frames, which is the normal real time. We can go high speed up to 150 frames, which means this would last 60 seconds at the most.
And cut. That's good. That's great. We can check that. Thank you. Good. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll check that.
During the shot, you can get a bit of dirt build up or a scratch. What we check for is just see that it's cleared basically, and that there's no damage. No damage to the film, and that way we can move on to the next shot.
Thanks, Carol. Gates clear.
And thank you, everybody. That is the shooting range.
I heard that Vigo slept with his sword to get in a character, so I sleep with my camera. Don't touch my camera. All right.